Welcome all of you in this class of 10. Today I am going to explain some important terms related to refraction of light which is taken from your chapter reflection of light and refraction of light. Okay? In previous class already we have discussed what is refraction. When the ray of light passing through one medium to another medium, then it changes its path, which is called refraction of light. Refraction has two laws: incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal are lying in the same plane. The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is always a constant, which is known as refractive index of the medium. Okay? Now, here I am going to start the conditions for no refraction. Rays of light passing through one medium to another medium, but there is no phenomenon of refraction is happened. Okay? First one is here. When the ray of light passing through the one medium to another medium normally, suppose this is a rectangular glass slide and ray of light passing through the normally, here angle is 90 degree. Okay, glass is placed in air, that means air is rarer medium with respect to the glass, glass is the denser, and here air. Ray of light passing through the normally from air to glass, and after refraction it comes back into its usual path. Okay, that means there is no any type of refraction is happened. I can mathematically prove it like that from Snell's law. The second law of refraction is known as Snell's law. Mu2 upon mu1 is equal to sin I upon sin R. When the ray of light passing through the rarer medium to the denser medium. Okay? When we cross multiply, it will become mu2 sin R is equal to mu1 sin I, or sin R is equal to mu1 by mu2 sin I. Here incident ray falls normally, that is angle I is equal to 0. There is, according to the definition of angle of incidence, angle between incident ray and the normal. The ray of light incident normally, this means there is no any type of deviation is happened in incident ray. So angle I is equal to 0 degree. Okay. This is the equation 1. Putting the value of I in 1. Putting the value of I in 1. Okay. And we have sin r is equal to mu1 upon mu2 into sin 0 degree. Sin r is equal to mu1 upon mu2. What is the value of sin 0 degree? Speak out. 0. Okay. That means 0. Therefore, sin r is equal to 0. That implies sin r is equal to sin 0 degree. Therefore, r is equal to 0 degree. Okay. In this case, here angle I is equal to 0 degree. Angle r is equal to 0 degree. Therefore, no deviation of the ray of light is observed when it is passing through the air to glass and then air, and hence there is no any type of refraction is taken place. Okay, it is clear, all of you? Okay. Now another case is also presented. When the ray of light passing through the medium, two different medium which have same refractive indexes, okay, when the ray of light, second one is when the ray of light passing through the two different medium which have same refractive indexes, okay. From Snell's law, we know that mu2 upon mu1 is equal to sin I upon sin r. This is the Snell's law. Okay. Here mu1 is equal to mu2. That implies mu1 upon mu1 is equal to sin I upon sin r. Okay. This mu1 cancel to this mu1, yani 1 is equal to sin I upon sin r. Therefore, sin I is equal to sin r. Okay. This shows that angle I is equal to angle r. Okay. And the rays of light passing through the two different medium and have same refractive indexes, there is no any type of deviation is observed, and hence no any type of phenomenon of refraction is taken place. Okay. It is clear? There is hence no refraction is happened. Okay? No refraction is happened. Here, no refraction. These are the two conditions on which ray of light passing through the two different media, but the phenomenon of refraction is not happened. Okay? Now, I am going to explain refraction of light in the case of rectangular glass slab. Refraction of light in the case of rectangular glass slab. This is our next topic. Okay? This is the rectangular glass slab. Actually, it is found in the cuboidal shape, but when we draw its boundary on the paper or whiteboard, blackboard, then we obtain a rectangle. Due to this reason, it is called rectangular glass slab. Okay? Here, a ray of light, suppose AB is the incident ray of light, suppose PQ. P, Q, R and S. Okay? Here PQ is equal to incident ray. RS is equal to emergent ray. Two times refracted rays are known as emergent ray. Okay? This is the angle I, this is the angle R1, this is the angle R2 and this is the angle E. Here angle E, that means angle of emergence. Okay? Refraction through a rectangular glass slab. Glass slab. Okay? Refraction through a rectangular glass slab. When the ray of light passing through a rectangular glass slab, then it refracted two times and emerges in the form of emergent ray. Look here on the whiteboard, PQ is incident ray. Here air is presented, that means rarer medium. This is the glass, it is the denser medium with respect to air, and this is the air, which is the rarer medium. Ray of light passing through the at point Q from rarer medium to denser medium and bend towards the normal N1. It is the normal N2, and at point R it is passing through the denser medium to rarer medium and hence bends away from the normal. Okay? In this case, here, in this case, PQ becomes parallel to RS. Here PQ is the incident ray of light and RS is the emergent ray of light. Okay, that means PQ will become parallel to the RS. Incident ray becomes parallel to the emergent ray. Okay, and this is the first angle of refraction which is called R1. This is the second angle of refraction which is called R2. According to the definition of angle of refraction, the angle between the normal and refracted ray is called angle of refraction. Here R1 is the first angle of refraction while R2 is the second angle of refraction. Okay? And when we done some experiments or applying some mathematical operations, then we find that angle I always equal angle E. Okay, and incident ray becomes parallel to the emergent ray. Okay, the distance between the emergent ray and the incident ray is called lateral shift, which is denoted by a small b. Lateral shift. Okay, this is the lateral shift, and lateral shift has some mathematical derivation which is learned you in higher classes. Okay, here only you have to know what is the definition or meaning of lateral shift. The perpendicular distance between incident ray and emergent ray when the ray of light passing through a rectangular glass slab, then it is called lateral shift or lateral displacement and commonly denoted by B. This is the most important topic for your board examination. Many times, number of times, this question came in your board examination. Okay? Now, in next class, I will teach you critical angle and applications related to refraction. Thank you. Have a nice day.